Arran is a beautiful island off the west coast of Ayrshire in Scotland. It's described as Scotland in miniature, and I really didn't know what to expect from that as I arrived off the ferry, having never been here before. But as I spent the next few days walking around the coast of Arran doing the Arran Coastal Way, I really came to understand why this beautiful island was so highly regarded. It really does have all the elements of Scotland. The rugged mountains, the rolling landscape, the small quaint little villages, and all the coastal elements, beaches galore, pebble beaches, sand beaches, and beautiful wildlife, red deer, otters, golden eagles. The coastal way sets off from Brodick, and there's a marker point to signify the starting position. You can go north or south from here, and I decided to go north, anti-clockwise. I parked my van in Brodick, just along from the starting point, and not long off the ferry, I got my stuff together and I set off. I was a little concerned about leaving my van behind in Brodick, but as somebody told me in one of the local shops, this is Arran. And that came to be something that I really understood over the next few days, as I double checked that my van was locked. No, hang on, triple checked my van was locked before I finally started the walk. Hello and welcome to Arran. Just arrived, got off the ferry, and I am setting out to do the Arran Coastal Way. I've given myself plenty of time, basically as long as I want. I'm on Arran for 10 days. My bag, usual, not really a lightweight backpacker. I tried but failed. I've not really got much of a plan. First day, because it's noon now. So on my first day, I'm just heading about 10 kilometres, I think. But there's a place called North Sannox, and that is where I'm heading for. This is the middle of May, and I'm actually here for my birthday, which is in a couple of days' time. And I wanted to do something really nice for my birthday this year. I think this is pretty nice. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. There's nothing quite like walking on sand with a backpack that's too heavy when you've just set off. But on the other hand, can't complain. Oh, lordy, I'm not gonna lie. As nice as that beach was, I am glad to be off it. Anyway, that is not why I stopped. Why I stopped was because look how clear this water is. Mellow tunes coming from a wee cafe. A bit early for me to be stopping for a coffee though. I've only been on the go about half an hour. Oh. Dead end. I followed the music. So, brushing past this stuff, I've been forewarned that Arran is a pit of tick hell. So, everything I'm wearing, everything I'm carrying is covered in permethrin spray
from Life Systems maybe. So I've never had a tick. Don't want one. But yeah, I've been warned. The internet warned me. Right, where'd I go? Oh, I'm glad I stopped to check the map because the coast's back over there. Look. This way. This way. On the first day of the coastal route, you can choose to, presuming you go north, you can choose to do goat fell as part of it. However, I thought, in my wisdom, tell me if I'm wrong, that I thought it'd be nice to do the whole route, skip goat fell, come back after I've done the route and do goat fell without the house on my back, and I'll feel like I'm just like floating up goat fell. That's the plan. We'll all find out whether or not that comes to fruition in due course. I've just been coming up, not exactly a steep hill, but a bit of a climb. Infinitely better than being on the beach. 1,000,000 times better than being on the beach. I still think I prefer going uphill. It'll come back to haunt me, won't it? It's proper nice in here. It's like being at home. The woods. I found the perfect stopover for the night. Glamping. According to my watch, I've done 2,100 calories and 11 kilometres. Been quite a lot of uphill. At the start there was that slog along the beach, and then there was quite a lot of up through the forest. So although the forest is lovely and everything, it just was quite a lot of... I don't mind going uphill, it's just slow. Just slow, not that I'm in a hurry. So it's just after 3 o'clock just now. Been on the go for 3-ish hours. Stopped for a bit, had a wee seat, took the bag off. The bag is giving me a little bit of... It's like just sitting, just and no more, sitting just like on my hip, because it's a little bit big for me. I bought it second hand and it was a bit of a quick purchase, so I never tried it on before I got it. And although it's nearly perfect, that's making it quite not perfect. See that? I don't think that was a buzzard. I'm going to keep my eye out. It looked like it had black wingtips and it was very big. So we'll just keep our eye out. Scotland, it's a parody of itself. How cute is that? People practicing their bagpipes in their garden. It's a wee treat. The dogs are loving it too. And then over here, we're in Corrie just now. Over here, can't remember what it was about these sheep. I'll need to look it up again. They're cute too. I'll look that up later. Absolutely beautiful here. You can see why people want to live here anyway. 100%. Gotta love island life. Not just chairs, but refreshments as well. Just going to check the bus timetables just in case I want to hop on one. Lots of lovely things all in one place. Nice wee harbour. Corrie is stunning. Beautiful little wood carving studio. I love that. Looks like a cave back there. And look, Isn't that adorable? Little statues and secrets. So pretty. There's a funny thing that happens when you do something like this and you're out like hiking, trekking, whatever. It's like summit fever. You get like a real draw to try and get to your destination quickly, and you're always fighting against the urge to like march on, cover as much ground as possible. Which is alright, I guess, but there's a lot of beauty that can be, and just like the interesting things of, well, in this case, island life, that can be easily skipped over by rushing along. Maybe I'll adjust to that more as the next few days progress. Maybe it is just a first day thing. Get that first day in. Yeah, maybe it's just that. That's a very pleasing large rock. There's been a few of them, but that's the best one so far. Undeniably good. Oh, look, seals on the rock. I was hoping I'd see some seals on my first day. Like the Labradors of the sea. One of them was kind of wagging its tail when I stopped. Well, I thought I still had a bit further to go because I was aiming for, let me see, up there behind me, but this is looking quite good. So, decision made. Oh, I feel like I'm going to float away. Yeah, this looks pretty good. There's another couple just the other side of these gorse bushes, and there's water right there. So, you could look and look and look, couldn't you? There's a lot of footpaths just there, and I'm just there. I don't think it'll be the worst spot that I have on this trip. This is day one, so I'm trying to save battery power, so we're going to do one of these. You might be forgiven for wondering what these weird green things are on my feet. It's kind of just a army hangover, I think. They're Gore-Tex or waterproof. So anyway, they're basically my camp shoes. And I think with the high-tech risk, it's like they feel quite. I feel quite impenetrable there. So if I want to go anywhere, I'll just stick my trainers on. I'm free to roam. Beef potato hot pot might be the one. It's worth 1,000 calories, so it seems it might be the one. This is water from that burn down there, which has got seaweed in it, so I'm expecting it to taste a little bit salty. I don't know. I suspect I don't really care how it tastes. Scariest bit. Oil. Does anybody understand the water instructions on these? I did Google it and it's like 400ml, but why doesn't it just say on the packet 400ml? It literally says add the water as specified, but I'm like, why doesn't it just say 400ml? Instead it's got this sort of code down the side that I don't understand. And I'm sure they think it's funny. Anyway, it also said add it slowly and stir, so I will also do that. Given that I have actually no way of measuring 400ml anyway, so it's quite a lot though, isn't it? Sonoran, is that 400ml? Or Gobi? So confused. It's got to be at least that. I know it says pour in slowly, but how are you supposed to pour in and start at the same time? Slowly add hot water as indicated on the label. Aye. I'm just looking at the map trying to decide what to do for tomorrow. So where the bag was rubbing on my hip bones, it's quite sore, but it's not like awful, like, you know, I've survived a lot worse. So I think I will just decide in the morning, because whether to get the bus back to Brodick and get a different bag, or whether to carry on, because to get the bus, where am I would have to go, so I'm here just now, and I would have to either go back out to here, and I think you can just hail them, or I would have to walk back the way I came. I'd probably go out to there, I think, and then probably just chance it and try and flag one down. It's that, or I set off up here. And the thing about this is the nearest road is there. So if I set off tomorrow walking, there's no get out. Basically from here, where I'm camped, I'll have to go all the way up here, 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 round to Loch Ranza, which is 15.5 kilometres, before I get a second chance. So I need to be pretty sure. Oh lordy, right, well, it's back at 8. I'm going to tuck myself up in bed and hopefully get a decent night's sleep. Stick my earplugs in, put my eye mask on. I will see you in the morning. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, bye. Good morning. Slept pretty well. It was just before 6 o'clock just now. I think I'm going to get the bus back to Brodick and change backpacks so that I can enjoy the rest of this trip. At the moment I feel like I'm enduring a little bit. I feel like I might be bruised on my back where the backpack's been sitting. And the thought of doing that 15 kilometres to Loch Ranza along the coast with no get out, look, it's okay, but I just think I could make my life an awful lot better with a different backpack. So anyway, breakfast. Well, day 2. Do you notice something different? Yeah, so I jumped on the bus, no problem at all, back to Brodick. Was back at my starting point by 11:30. So easy peasy, and 100% do not feel like my backpack's trying to kill me anymore. I feel like I can just enjoy the walk rather than thinking about how much the backpack was hurting me. So, top tip, don't do what I did, which is really weird because it's something I actually never normally do. I was going to wear a different pair of shoes, but I stuck with the Ultras because they're tried and tested, because I know that I'm very comfortable in them. Don't know why I did that with the backpack. Yeah, well, it added to the adventure. And what I learned is that using the buses on Arran is a scoosh. Because it's like a, obviously it's a circle, right? But it's got like a road across the middle. So you could go a little bit wrong with the buses, but not majorly wrong. Anyway, if anybody's interested in bus service, I think there's about 4 or 5 buses a day spread throughout the day. So I got from North Sannox, I got on the bus at like 7:30, 7:20, and I got the bus back at about 10, all sorted. So you could definitely do this in stages using the bus. So walk, bus back to hotel, campsite or whatever, bus back out, walk. You could definitely do it like that. Look at this. This is nice along here. I'm kind of marching along. I'm so excited to be able to to walk like a normal person today. So I think this must be what they call fallen rocks, which, incidentally, with all the bluebells, just looks absolutely spectacular. Wow, round every corner on Arran is just another beauty. I love things like this. Like, what are they? I'm not sure if they might be fallen rocks. Maybe it's all fallen rocks. There's rocks. You know, I like rocks. What have we got here? Oh, Lyme's disease. No shit. Right, I assume we're through here. It's easy to assume. I just love stuff like this. Like the tree growing out the top of the rock. And like trees just growing out of every place they can get a little root in. The rocks, so this will be fallen rocks, obviously, right there. It's just the other side of it. By the way, I just slipped on these pebbles and had a moment. Fantastic. That's where I'm going, all the way along the coast. It's been pretty dry recently, so yeah, I'm getting past, well, so far, I'm getting past all this kind of boggy stuff. Usually there's kind of stones and stuff. I'm getting past it fairly efficiently, but I could imagine that if it's been raining a lot or you're coming through here in winter, that this could be absolutely swamped. This same section, which you can kind of see behind me, at this time of year the bracken hasn't really started growing yet, so it's just sprouting up. And I would think you could probably camp in quite a lot of places along there, but like within a couple of weeks from now that won't be the case because the bracken will have just sprouted up. So like where I'm going totally looks like you could camp in loads of places, but the bracken will just shoot up pretty much any day now. It's starting to open up there and it just takes over. Yeah, it can be deceptive. It looks like there's loads of places to camp, but if there's been a lot of rain, of course it might be super marshy. Or if you were to wait another couple of weeks from now, so this is mid-May, then the bracken just takes over. Yeah, I'd heard other people say that this was really overgrown and enclosed, and given that this is tick country, that could feel quite oppressive. Anyway, I just want to make sure that I'm putting in little bits like this so that you know if you're wanting to do this. I mean, it's been an absolutely phenomenal walk so far. Since I left Sannox, I've not seen a single person. Literally 2 people are just coming towards me as soon as I said that. Quite an interesting looking cave there. It's got a bit of wall built around the front of it, so I think I've maybe seen people sitting in there having like a coffee or whatever, so let's go and take a look. Interestingly, there's not so much of a path up to it. You'd think everybody would be coming up here for a look, wouldn't you? It's like a den. Interesting. Jesus, you've kind of got to come in, but I'm not going to lie, it's kind of gross. Somebody's left some fuel. Oh, I don't know, I don't really want to know. I sort of want to know. I don't think I'd sit in here and have my lunch though. I'm sure I saw a video where somebody slept in here. Yeah, folk have had fires. Don't think I'd want to sleep in here. Anyway, it's worth a nosy. It is a nice vantage point from the cave. Get a great view. Beautiful. Just approaching the little Lagan white house. I think it's called Lagan. And I could see some people at it as I was approaching. I think that's probably them in the kayaks down there. Either that or I'm going to have some friends come round and join me for a coffee.
This is a perfect place to leave me at the end of part 1, sitting enjoying my coffee at this tiny little cottage in the middle of nowhere. Join me in part 2 as I make my way on from this cottage to Loch Ranza, and then on the next day, which I think was my birthday actually, from Loch Ranza to Imachar. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.